Howdy, it's good. Yes.
some people for the detailer position. Um, and so we don't have that position at the current moment, but that could change. Um, but what we do have going on is a one-day assignment that happens every Wednesday. It's at the same location, and so it is for 4 hours from 8 a.m. until 12:15 p.m. It does pay $15 an hour, and you would get paid out the next day for that. Um, we are responsible for driving vehicles to the auto auction location.
Hmm.
And so for this, it does require a valid driver's license.
Okay.
I don't know, for us, we like to say it's a good way to get your foot in the door. And also, if you're also able to check out the environment and see, um, if that's something that you would be interested in as well.
Hmm. Okay.
I don't know if you will be interested in doing so, and if you are, then you will need to come into our physical office located off of Waltham Road in the Windcrest area, and stay here about 45 minutes. You'll present your two forms of ID. You'll scan our QR code and do the in-house application. You'll watch a driving safety video, and then we'll do our oil swab drug test. We are not testing for THC at this time, so I don't know if this will be something you will be interested in.
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay, and then are you available to come for the onboarding tomorrow? And if everything is successful with the onboarding, we could get you started on Wednesday.
Yes, that works.
We have 3 different time slots for tomorrow, that being 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and 1:30 p.m.
Okay.
Do any of those work?
Yeah, I can do the 10 a.m.
Okay, then, Joshua, have you ever worked at an auto auction before?
I think one time a few years ago.
Where, if you don't
Uh,
mind me asking?
I'm not sure of the name. I think it was on the south side or something like that. I can't remember.
Okay, off of Ackerman Road?
Maybe. I don't know. It was a while ago. I'm sorry. It was a while ago.
No, that's okay. Do you know what happened? Do you know,
Well, the
if
process
you don't mind
was
me asking?
I
Yeah.
drove the vehicle in and then they did the auction and then just drove it out. It was simple, pretty simple.
Yeah.
Is it similar to that?
Okay, but I mean, yeah, it is similar to that.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And who were you working for, if you don't mind me asking? Who'd you go in there to?
Oh man. No, it was a while ago. I can't even recall.
Okay, no worries. Can you confirm your email address for me?
It's Josh Hackley 28 at Gmail.
28 at Gmail, Josh, Josh,
Yes.
28 at Gmail.
Yes, Josh Hackley, and the Hackley is Hackley.
AK what?
Hackley.
Right. Okay, and then 28@gmail.com.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you should be receiving invite to tomorrow's importing, like about 4 o'clock this afternoon. We are open until 5 o'clock. So if you don't get it by 4:15, 4:30, can you call me back so I can forward you all the information you'll need for tomorrow?
Okay, I can do that.
All right, Joshua. And if you know of anybody else who might be interested, it's got to be 18 older, valid driver's license, and it works for male or female.
Okay, all right.
You can feel free to bring them in.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Ooh, brave body.
Hello, Josh. This is Zach from Real Value Products. Is this more than a good time to chat about that you applied to our order receiver position?
Howdy, yes, this is good.
Fantastic. So, I see here, are you still working with Uber and doing that flexible work there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I do see labor positions prior to that and time in the kitchen. And so, what has you interested in coming into the warehousing space?
I've always found the interest in it. I don't know. I just like the atmosphere. I've worked some temp jobs before, and so it always interested me, and I just wanted to look into it. Really, something different.
Okay. Well, what we are talking about is order selected. So what that physically looks like is we have a bunch of robots run out, grab the shelves get brought to us, and then we're at what's called a pick gate, where robot after robot brings up shelves to us, and then we have a little screen tells us grab this, that, and the other, and then we're grabbing things like pill bottles off of these shelves. So relatively, for the most part, relatively light lifts. About the heaviest thing this team deals with on a daily basis is that 2,000, 3,000 ibuprofen bottle, which is like takes 2 hands to pull it out of the shelf, and certainly a very large container of pharmaceutical. But that's most of the lifting in this role. Physicality with day-to-day that gets hard is that some of these shelves are pretty high up. So unless you're 6 foot something, you're going to be utilizing the stairs. And those stairs, we could be up and down them 2,000, 3,000 times in a shift, and that's definitely where the difficulty comes in. But does that sound like a work day you could see yourself enjoying?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, and then I do see here that you're currently taking classes, and I do want to address the schedule for this team is a 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then coming on Saturdays for the put-up phase, which is a 8 a.m. to about 2, 3. It's a variable schedule for Saturdays, but do you have that level of availability for your next working opportunity?
Yes, sir.
All right, well. Hours work. And then do you have any questions about what order picking, order selection looks like on this team? What the day-to-day looks like?
No, it sounds pretty straightforward.
Well, and then compliance side, are you comfortable commuting to far northeast side San Antonio, Commerce Parkway?
Yes, sir.
Well, and then for a proper first round interview, it will be here on West Avenue, just south of North Star Mall. And then with that other compliance thing that you run through, questions got to ask everybody, are you over the age of 18?
Yes, sir.
And then are you approved to work here in the U.S. without sponsorship?
Yes.
Well, then do you have a car insurance, and a driver's license all in place?
Yes, I do.
Well, Uber naturally. That one is a silly question, but it's one I have to ask. And then last one, a whole script I got to read out. But if all parties are to move forward with an offer and the opportunity itself, Real Value Products does conduct a consumer background check that goes through an education verification, as well as a DMV driver record check that will go through a criminal background check. If all parties are moving forward, would you be comfortable going forward with each of those items at that point in time?
Yes, sir.
Swell. Alrighty then, Josh, do you have any questions about the company or about exactly what this job looks like?
No, it sounds good.
Alrighty, so then Josh, how does your availability look tomorrow for a proper first round interview?
Anything after 10 a.m.
Okay. Let's go for a 1 p.m. in that case. I'll text you a photo of the front of our building, whole 9 yards there. But with that, Josh, I'm going to send you a photo of the front of our building, the address, of course, to help with finding us. This interview is going to be at a different warehouse, not that northeast side. It's going to be the one here on West Avenue. Big caveat here, parking here on site is a nightmare. You're going to wind up locking somebody in, 2 or 3 people in, and that's just what we're all accustomed to here. Security is going to guide you to where to park. They might ask you to move your vehicle, things along those lines, just so that they don't need to move your vehicle. But if shit hits the fan, they might need to move a vehicle. So I do ask that everybody coming in for an interview leaves the keys with our wonderful front desk receptionist, Rosalinda. And then if security has to move somebody's car, they put on gloves and they treat the car better than a valet company would. But it's definitely a weird part of coming in for an interview. Any questions about that much?
No, sounds good.
Alrighty, Josh, then I'll text you those details right now. Thank you for taking the call and working with me back and forth. And have yourself one for the rest of the day today now.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Two in a row, baby. Nah, that's pretty good because this is my time to make business calls anyway. You see, on my Google calendars, I have events that pop up throughout the day, and it just so.
I don't know what you're going through, but more than likely, you've asked a couple of questions. Why has this happened to me? And God, well, why don't you remove this? And remember this. More important than God removing the difficulty, hardship, pain, and suffering, more important to Him than that is that you and I learn something, that we benefit, that we walk away from whatever we're going through in life, being able to say deeply within our heart, honestly, thank you, dear God, for all you've brought me through. Thank you, dear God, for what you're in the process of teaching me in this. I don't.
So far, had an interview. I had 2 interviews last week. Interesting. On Tuesday, actually, though, so total, I guess 3 or 4 interviews last week. But I had 2 on Tuesday. I told my father about it, and he said, sounds like bullshit. But I did have them, even though I'm not sure if they would have worked out. But I went to help him instead of going to these interviews, and that's fine. It's all right, kind of, I guess. But then on Thursday, I had 2 interviews, which I was feeling about, but I chose to go to these interviews instead of helping my dad, and I think he might be upset about that stuff. But so he might not pay me for the work I did. This might be too much information. I probably won't put this in. But yeah, so I had 2 interviews on Tuesday. I didn't go. I had 2 interviews on Thursday. I did go. One was for Amazon as a driver. One was for a cook at a restaurant. Even though, the cook, it could work if this girl would agree to picking me up, but because the bus lines don't run that late and they get out they close at midnight and they get out at 1 a.m. So that wouldn't really work trying to be independent, you know. But the Amazon seemed great, but I did the onboarding and everything. They're doing a background test, and then after that, I just have to do the drug screening, and I'd be good to go with Amazon. But while I'm waiting on that, because I'm still waiting on them to come back on me, so now it's Monday. Got my business calls in order, and yeah, I got these people were calling me. Just got out of the shower, handling everything like it's business. Woke up kind of late, but I did my push-ups, and now I got these opportunities that I think might work out for me. So sounds good. We'll see how it goes. I got 2 interviews lined up for tomorrow, and we're gonna keep it pushing, G man. We're gonna keep it pushing.